All right, hosers, just like the title says, how is Carney slamming Trudeau's climate plan as way too much regulation and not enough action? Well, Carney is saying the old targets will not be met whatsoever, and it's time for real investments instead of just rules that do absolutely nothing. Let's hoser up the facts, and let's see if this is actually progress, or is this just more Ottawa bubble talk, right? Now, Carney on the CBC tells this: while he cares about climate change very deeply, the real issue is actually getting things done, not piling on regulation after regulation and prohibition after prohibition that lead to nothing ever happening. He says that Trudeau's plan will not meet the 2030 targets no matter what. And the new Environment Canada data shows Canada is only halfway there. Instead, Carney is now pushing carbon capture technology and storage. That's a good thing. Nuclear power generation, and the recent Alberta deal that suspends the federal oil and gas emissions cap and clean electricity regulations. The two sides agreed to raise the industrial carbon price to at least $130 a ton and explore data centers and a potential pipeline. Carney sees this as a way to get investment actually moving. But critics, there's always critics, say it's a rollback of Trudeau's green commitments. The bottom line is this: Canada needs clean energy and technology investments to hit those emission targets. And Carney's making his clearest break yet from his predecessor's approach. Now, if we look at my whiteboard here, I put up there too much regulation. Is there too much regulation? Carney literally slams Trudeau's plan as way too much regulation and absolutely not enough action. Carney says, based on Environmental Canada data, that we're about halfway to our targets. So now Carney is going to be pushing nuclear, carbon capture, and pipeline technologies to help meet these targets. Now, is this progress or is this a rollback? My personal opinion, I think it's progress. Now, in conclusion, Carney says Trudeau's climate plan has way too much regulation and nowhere near enough action. He also says that Canada is halfway to its targets and that it's time for actually real investments. Nuclear, carbon capture, and maybe a pipeline may well be those investments that are needed. In the end, the old plan from the Trudeau era has been scrapped, and a new one has been promised with technology. And Canadians, well, that's you, me, everybody else in Canada, we wait to see if actually anything actually happens out of this. I love the idea of technological investments like nuclear power, pipeline, carbon capture, all that stuff, as long as it's technology related. So basically, what we have here is this going to be another day at the circus? And is this going to be another day that we get a little bit more hosed? We'll just have to wait and see. And that's the briefing.